In 2022, Kentucky ranked 43rd among the 50 states in America's health rankings. Poor health status can be a contributing factor to safety incidents and injuries in the workplace. Poor mental health is a significant health concern nationwide. Tragically, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has seen loss of life within the agency due to poor mental health. KYTC safety and maintenance employees are exposed to a significant amount of secondary traumatic stress that is often not dealt with. Learning techniques to manage stress can contribute to better mental health. The Occupational Safety and Health Program at KTC set out to develop a stress and wellness training course to benefit all KYTC employees.
Yeah, so for the wellness training, we knew that we didn't have any strong existing training in the area that would be most applicable to DOT employees. So really, I think some of the first ideas around the training came from the former director of the Secretary's Office of Safety, Tony Courtwright, who had heard a presentation at an Astro Safety Summit from an individual from the Iowa DOT. We had the Iowa DOT come speak to the cabinet and deliver the training to some of the leadership in safety and executive leadership at the cabinet. And that became like the seeds for this project that we eventually developed a comprehensive wellness training that focuses on things like secondary traumatic stress. Certainly KEEP, the Kentucky Employee Assistance Program, were very instrumental in helping us get started and developing a lot of that training. They have mental health experts there. And again, as a civil engineer, that's not my area, and that's not an area that I need to pretend like I know what I'm talking about with that. So leaning on them, leaning on the College of Public Health here at the University of Kentucky, where they have people with that background, with that training, merging with, the issues and dynamics that happen out in a highway work zone, made for a really strong team to develop, I think, a really strong training around this idea of wellness and stress management, and things like that for the cabinet.
62% of adults don't talk about their stress because they don't want to burden others. 52% wish they had someone to turn to for support. Some said they had no idea where to start. Others feel completely stressed no matter what they try. KYTC employees need an avenue to unload their burdens through a shared discussion.
We held a pilot deployment of that training, and when we looked at who should we invite to this, timing again was, I don't know if it's on our side because it was an unfortunate tragedy, but we had a lot of crews and engineers respond to support North Carolina and surrounding areas after Hurricane Helene. So that was a massive flood event, was devastating. And so that weighs on people. And it was, a few months after they had returned. And so we're like, this is an audience that needs to hear this. And so we invited those people to participate in the pilot.
Participants learned how to recognize types of stress they could encounter, impacts of stress on the body, how to practice self-care and stress management, and when to seek help. Post-training, more employees understand that stress and trauma is a more severe issue in their jobs than they previously thought. Additionally, employees expressed an increase in the belief that stress and wellness training was beneficial, greater confidence that they can use stress management techniques, greater intent to change their stress management behaviors.
There was an awareness piece that was encouraging to me to see shared and spoken. Someone mentioned like the fact that they noticed when their hands get sweaty and their heart rate gets elevated in certain instances in their workplace. I was like, well, that's a physiological expression of stress. But importantly, after the training, the data showed that individuals felt confidence in their ability to do some of the stress management techniques that were presented in the training, as well as an intent. Like there was a greater intent to change their behaviors. To me, the biggest success from the surveys was that they felt confident that they knew how to do those techniques well. I think the outcome of that pilot study was very encouraging to us in terms of the ability of this wellness training to give people tools to take care of themselves better. So my hope would be that everyone in the cabinet receives this training. You know, not just field employees deal with stress, we all deal with stress. I think it's applicable to everyone. I think the plans are for everyone to have access to this training.
Here are some helpful resources.